This is where we start, in a cocoa plantation. The farmer cuts the pod in half and extracts the seeds, which have a wonderful flesh. If you suck on it, you will discover a juicy, citrusy, refreshing flavor. These are the seeds just before fermentation. The pulp is still nice and fresh. This shot is just to show you how they look like when they're fresh out of the pod. The wood crates are fermentation containers. Some farmers, depending on which country you go, will ferment in baskets, bags, plastic tubs, and so on. Often they are covered with banana leaves. After fermentation is complete, they will take the beans out and start with the drying process. Again, this varies from country to country. Some will dry out in the sun, right on the town plaza, some on concrete platforms built just for that. Some ideal places will have giant drawers that are pulled out during sunny time and pushed back at night or rain. You will also have giant containers with tons of bean dried with forced heat. It can be fueled by gas, or some places use wood burning, and that actually just smokes the bean out. After the beans are dried, they will be shipped out to various countries all around the world. These beans are shipped to Santa Barbara to 24 Blackbird's bean to bar factory. They arrive in a big burlap bag, ready to be roasted. This is Mike, the owner of 24 Blackbird's chocolate factory. You can see him sorting the beans for debris and quality control. Mike is now ready to roast his beautiful beans. 24 Blackbirds is a small bean to bar business. The equipment is small scale compared to some big factories. We are showing you the two different roasting methods. Mike has a small oven roaster. This roaster is from a big factory. It's pretty much like a coffee roasting machine. After roasting the beans, they are cooled down. The next step is the cracker, which basically crushes the beans. Then we go to the winnower. This machine will separate the nibs from the shell. Here we have a small winnower from 24 Blackbirds. And this is a big winnower from a fairly large factory. Now we are going to the refiner or mill. This machine breaks up the nibs into paste. This is where the sugar comes in the story. We also call this the mélangeur, mixing. In this case, the conching occurs simultaneously while refining. Conching is used to evaporate some of the acid and to give the chocolate a smooth texture. Some factories have separate conching machines and will conch for up to 60 hours. Now the chocolate is ready to be poured into a big tub where it will sit for a few weeks to settle in the delicious smooth chocolate ready to be molded. The confectionery side. Chocolate is made into bar, desserts, or confections. We are now going to Chocolate Maya's kitchen to get a basic idea of how truffle or molded chocolates are made. At Chocolate Maya, we make our own confections. We also carry some other confectioners and bars from all around the world. We have a small cafe, which we call the Chocolate Lounge, where you can savor hot chocolates, have chocolate tastings, and learn all about chocolate processing and the life on plantations. This is what we work with, chocolate chip or big blocks. Here we're making a ganache to either fill up some molds or make square chocolates to be enrobed with tempered chocolate. This is the ganache, poured into a frame for later cutting into squares. The ganache has to sit for 24 hours to settle into a nice smooth texture. This is one of our regular customers. He just snuck in the back kitchen to get the first taste of today's special. Here we are molding chocolate into a polycarbonate mold. These are great, very durable molds. The molds are then filled with flavored ganache. Chocolate Maya only uses fresh ingredients. We don't believe in artificial flavors. This really makes a big difference in the chocolate. A little decoration is always welcome into the chocolate aspect. This is the enrobing process. It can be done by hand or by machine. Thanks for watching. We hope this very simplified movie on how chocolate is processed will give you a better understanding for this amazing food. One more thing, if you're really interested in chocolate matters, you should read this book by Pam Williams and Jim Eber. It will help you understand the future of fine chocolate.